This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, huge league games from all around the Bay Area, and we have the highlights. We'll have the Peninsula League battle between Aragon and Burlingame. St. Francis battles Mitty, and Antioch takes on Liberty.
Volleyball features Acalanes and Campolindo. Water polo with Wilcox and Valley Christian. And the story of the Tennyson football star getting his life together through football. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the Mount Hamilton Division, where the Piedmont Hills Pirates come into this game with a 4-2 record, and quarterback Gabe Recusado throwing for 1,300 yards this season.
Yeah, he's really good. The Lee Longhorns also coming in at 4-2, with junior quarterback Kyle Albert at just over 1,200 yards passing, an aerial extravaganza at Piedmont Hills Friday night.
The Piedmont Hills Pirates host the Lee Longhorns on Senior Day. A lot of action in this one. Lee starts with the ball as Kyle Albert tosses to Eric Elizondo, who runs it 13 yards into the end zone for the lead. The Pirates punch back in their second play from scrimmage. QB Gabriel Reclusado fakes the handoff and he breaks to the far side, turns on the Jets for a 53-yard run. Touchdown Pirates. They get the 2-point conversion and it's 8-6. 3 minutes later, Piedmont Hills extends their lead as Reclusado gives it to Patrick Jimenez, who runs it home. Pirates up 15-6. The Longhorns keep it close as Albert connects with Nick Alexander for the TD. Lee trails by 2. Still in the first, Pirates on the attack as Reclusado pitches it to Jimenez. It bounced there. Great pickup by the running back, who takes it all the way. It's 22-13 Piedmont Hills. With a minute left in the first, it's more Pirates offense. Jimenez runs it 15 yards for the touchdown and a 16-point lead. Lee starts the second quarter. Albert completes a touchdown pass to Ian Conway to cut the deficit to 9. But the Pirates offense continue to dominate in the second half. Here's Reclusado showing off his arm as he launches the ball, and there for the catch is Brandon Lowe, making it 43-20 Pirates. And they don't stop. Reclusado throws it way up in the air, and it finds the hands of Courtney Lane. He gets brought down at the 5-yard line. Finishing it off is David Stewart, who dodges defenders and runs it into the house. Piedmont Hills wins this action-packed game, 64-48. Great win for the seniors on their special day.
The Tennyson Lancers getting ready for this Monday night game against league rival San Leandro. The Lancer D stepping up early. In for the sack is Alex Laurie, and the Lancers get the stop. Next possession now, and again it's the Lancer D doing the job as Quincy Bass gets the pick, and a little return there for Quincy as he drops down, but the Lancers did not score. The Pirates D gets a pick of its own as Brandon Dyer steps in front, and a nice return here. Number 19 had a big game for the Pirates. The Pirates take off from there. Cameron Stanley, quick slant to Jermaine Jackson, and Jermaine is really fast. Look at him go. 80 yards, and San Leandro has a 7-0 lead at the start of the second. Tennyson looking to come back, but the pass is deflected and then picked off by Osaro Ahai. That sets up the Pirates again, and the offense doesn't let the defense down. Quiyam Islam to Jermaine Jackson. That's a touchdown. 14-0, San Leandro leads Jackson with both the early touchdowns. More Pirates in the second, handed to Mekhi Land, and Mekhi busts through the middle for a first down just short of the end zone, but Land will take it in a short time later, and it's 21-0 San Leandro Pirates. Late in the half now, Stanley with a nice deep ball hitting Devin McKinney in stride, and the Pirates go on to win it. 54-7 was the final to go to 2-0 in league. Jermaine Jackson with a big game for the Pirates. The Gauchos of El Cerrito getting pumped up before tonight's game. In the first set, Alex Ruther sets up Josephine Auk for the kill and the first point of the game. Later in the set, Auk again with the serve and gets this one over the net for her third straight service ace to tie the game at 16-all. But the Panthers will fight right back. Bianca Malaluan fools the defense with this lob just over the net to bring the Panthers to within 2. Final moments of the first set now, and the Panthers will take the first set. It's Lucy Incan off the overpass, and she rips that one home as St. Mary's takes the first set. To the second now, and it's Alf again who rifles this one over the net. Incoming! That's another kill for the 3-1 lead early on. A few plays later, Ava Thomas will find a hole on the court and set this one over the net to tie it at 8. St. Mary's would later take the second set. Halfway through the third now, it's Bianca Malulin setting this one up for Michaela Boone, who rips it over the net for the 11-9 lead for the Panthers. The Panthers were just on fire the entire match. As we move into the final moments of the match, Malaluan dives to the ground for the save, and Isabel Ulch will come in for the finish to take the set and the match as St. Mary's roars to victory with a 3-game sweep over El Cerrito.
Let's head to the pool where it's senior day at Valley Christian. These 9 seniors playing their last regular season game on the hill. First quarter, the Chargers have control. Jez Garcia shoots it a little high, but there with the rebound is Maya Rao. She comes out victorious. Wilcox is the first on the board. 4 minutes left in the first, and the Warriors lead 2-1. Leah Thompson goes for the goal. It's a little high, but she gets her own rebound. Goes for it again. It's blocked. Then check this out. A backward shot, and it's good. Thompson's showing some resilience. 3-1 Valley Christian. 2 minutes later, Thompson finds Stephanie Chiang across the pool on the breakaway, goes one-on-one with the goalie, and then bounces it into the net. 4-1 Warriors. They would lead 6-1 by the end of the first. Second quarter, the Chargers Joyce Huang oi to Chrissy Fritchen, and she powers it into the net for Wilcox's second goal of the game. But VC would lead 9-2 at the half. Off to the third, Destiny Barnett getting physical with the defender. She finds Annika Garrett in front of the net, and the dart throw makes it 11-2 Valley Christian. 3 minutes later, with the shot clock winding down, Chloe DeVere gets it to Sienna Trent, and from long range, she buries it. And her team was excited for her to get a goal on her senior day. 16-4 was the final on the hill. Garrett with 4 goals.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center. Here's this week's Players of the Week.
This is your Players of the Week. Rikus Center. Yeah. Get accustomed to it like the coffee's morning scent. It's De La Salle's running back, Kyrie Robinson. 12 carries for 151 yards. That's a first down, every touch, just a second bar. Every single week, and he's still not fulfilled. Even after smacking the breath out of Foothill. De La Salle is on the road and Kyrie top with his sauce. Just doing his job, can't be sorry for your loss. What can you do when your runner's got a gunner? Brad Reed is serving everybody with that Benny Hunter, huh? And it looks so easy, just like chilling in Havana. So gorgeous to see, come sit, enjoy that panorama. That's 306 yards and 3 touchdowns. So far undefeated, can no one shut them down. Go ahead beforehand and give Brad his crown. Those are royal stats and his king in town. These are your Players of the Week.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game as Campolindo hosts rival Miramonte.
And later, Menlo Atherton takes on Half Moon Bay as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements. For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970. We're back at Levi Stadium with our Block Construction Blockbuster game. This is a game originally scheduled for last week, but delayed by the smoke. It's a huge rivalry game with Miramonte driving up the street to meet Campolindo.
And the Mats from Miramonte coming at 5-1 overall. Campo is 4-2, but really, this is all about Moraga Road bragging rights. It's a game so huge, it had to be our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Get ready for some Monday Night Football here in Moraga as 2 arch rivals, Miramonte and Campolindo, battle it out. This is a huge game in the Diablo Foothill League as teams are only 1 game in. The Cougars opened league play with a W. Leading their air attack will be senior quarterback John Torchio, who's been torching defenses all year. He averages 15 yards per completion with a total of 1,333 yards passing. The Matadors still fighting for their first league win. They will look to senior running back Peter Stair. He has 12 rushing touchdowns with a total of 735 yards. It doesn't get much better than this as two rivals face off in our block construction blockbuster game.
The Cougars out the gates running as John Torchio connects with Vincent Mazzotti, who makes a nice diving catch. Same drive, Torchio receives the snap. He absolutely launches the ball 55 yards, and there for the catch is Mazzotti. Touchdown, Campo. The Mats start the second quarter with the ball. Quarterback Xavier Clark throws it up the middle to Ethan Fischler for a nice gain. A few plays later, it's 1-and-goal, and Clark pushes his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point missed. It's 7-6 Cougars, but not for long as the Mats regain possession. Clark hands it to Peter Stair. He dodges traffic and breaks free. He runs it 70 yards to the house. They get the 2-point conversion, making it 14-7 Miramonte. Campo answers right back as Torchio throws a bullet into the hands of Mazzotti. That will later lead to a Seppi Ortman 35-yard field goal. Cougars trail by 4. With seconds left in the first half, Campo moves down the field quickly as Torchio throws a perfect pass up the middle to Shun Ishida. As the clock runs out, Torchio throws it and finds Mazzotti in the end zone. The Cougars take the lead 17-14 at the half. Campo carries that energy right into the third quarter. Torchio gives his arm a rest as he runs the ball through the middle. He shakes off a few defenders and look at him go. Torchio with a 70-yard rushing touchdown. Can you believe it? Cougars lead by 10 and they want some more. Torchio throws a screen pass to Mazzotti. He brings it all the way to the 35-yard line, and a few snaps later, it's Ishida running it into the end zone. Campo goes on to win it 38-20. What a game for Torchio. He talks to us after the big win.
I think we're really resilient. We can fight, and no matter the circumstance, we always give our best effort. And I think our D-line is pretty good. Just a good atmosphere out here on a Monday night, so awesome game.
In Moraga with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Gators student section all pumped up for the Valpo Bowl volleyball style. The Gators making big plays early. Caroline Caruso to Ali Palvarari, who somehow keeps the ball in play for Kate Dessler. SHP keeping the momentum rolling throughout the set. Caruso to Haley Martella to Dessler, and she just rips that one as the Gators take the first. Menlo answers back in the second. Grace Enright to Kristen Sellers, who sets up Grace King for the finish. Sacred Heart Prep looking to stay within striking distance. Caruso over to Martella, who connects with Alexa Barrett, and she blasts it to the hardwood. But the second goes to the Knights. Enright on the bump, Selena Zhu on the pass, and Sienna Houghton on the kill as Menlo takes it 25-23. The Gators regain control in set 3. Celia Charton to Martella to Dessler, who uses a little trickery to get that point. Dessler making things happen during serves as well. She just gets that one over the net. SHP wins the second 25-22. Set 4, the Knights come right back. Riley Holland bumps to Zhu, who backsets Ashley Dreyer for the big-time kill, and she was fired up about that one. Menlo keeping the momentum going. Houghton to Sellers to King as the Knights win the fourth 25-20. We go to a final set, and the Knights get off to a good start. Holland to Enright and to Dreyer as she just crushes it. Menlo now in the driver's seat. Houghton to Sellers and right back to Houghton, who puts it away as Menlo completes the comeback and wins the Battle of Valpo Road in 5 sets. King, Houghton, and Dreyer with big games for the victorious Menlo Knights, who have bragging rights for one more day. Sereno Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award every week.
Here's the 49ers Kyle Juszczyk with a special announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce that this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week and the 49ers High School Player of the Week awards will be presented to the schools of the Santa Rosa City School District, who were directly affected by the recent Northern California wildfires. With high school sports throughout the Bay Area being postponed in the wake of this terrible disaster, the 49ers would like to donate this week's grants to the relief efforts. In addition to the hundreds of thousands of dollars and truckloads of relief supplies donated by the 49ers and the Bay Area's professional sports teams, we know that the need for support is immense and every donation helps. If you would like to help, please go to youcaring.com/fire relief and make a donation to help out the thousands of people affected by this disaster.
Coming up to the West Catholic League for St. Francis and Mitty.
But first, here's this week's sports tip from one of the sports featured at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Gio, and today we're going to be talking about passing the ball. When you're passing the ball, it's important to place your non-kicking foot pointed in the direction of where you want to pass it. Your kicking foot is going to be coming in, swinging your leg, and you're going to be using the inside of your foot, following through with the kick.
Head over to the Silver Creek Sportsplex in South San Jose for the excitement and fun of day camps for kids ages 7 to 12. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air-conditioned facility where your superstar will receive the best training in a variety of sports in the morning. They'll experience flag football and soccer on the Bay Area's best indoor fields. They'll learn roller hockey, baseball, softball, basketball, and badminton. Afternoons are filled with a variety of fun activities. Sign up now for summer camps. Build skills, make friends, and have fun. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
We're the marching band from Milpitas High School.
And you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with a big game in the West Catholic League. The St. Francis Lancers are one of 4 teams coming into the game within 1 game of first place. The Lancers featuring running back Darrell Page, and he's a good one.
And the Lancers taking on a Mitty team led by impressive sophomore quarterback Shamir Bey. Both teams needing a win to keep in the league title hunt as they met at Mitty Friday night.
The Mitty Monarchs getting ready to go, taking the home field against St. Francis on Friday night. Opening drive in St. Francis on the move. Darrell Page breaks around the left side, zigs in, then out and clear for 27 yards and a touchdown, and it's 7-0 for the Lancers as Page rolls into the end zone. With the score 14-0 St. Francis in the second quarter, Lucas Andraghetto races everyone to the pylon for the touchdown. Andraghetto with the TD, and the Lancers are ahead 21-0. Ensuing kickoff, and it's James Thomas taking it from the 2. And Thomas for the Mitty Monarchs cuts to his right, cuts back to the middle, and he is gone. 98 yards on the kickoff return, and the Monarchs are on the board. Still second quarter now, and on third down, it's Andraghetto again, this time breaking one off the left side and taking it to the 8-yard line, setting up a 1-yard TD plunge by Opeti Fangupo, and it's 28-7 Lancers at the half. Early to third quarter now we go, and after a muffed Lancer punt, Shamir Bey, the quarterback, and a nice sophomore quarterback for Mitty, he drops back and hits Joseph Vaughn, a 25-yard touchdown, and it's 28-14. Then from the 15-yard line, Fangupo up the gut for another touchdown, and the Lancers lead it 35-14. He is a load. Both teams score in the fourth quarter to bring the score 42-21. The Lancers win it over Archbishop Mitty to go to 3-1 in the West Catholic League, 5-2 overall.
It's senior night at the pool for the Miramonte Matadors, both the girls and boys honored Wednesday evening. We start off with some heavy Campolindo action. That's Giorgio Alessandria for the goal, Campo up 3-0. Then check this out. Cougar Jami Hopkins doing it all by himself. First with the steal, he gains possession, and then he goes for it, nailing the Campo goal. What an awesome play. It's 4-0 Campo. Into the second, and it's Alessandria passing it to Nick Schroeder, who sends the ball flying into the net, and the Cougars go up by 5. Miramonte has an answer, though. Will Clark gets it to Mikey Dacus, who passes to William Thomas for the goal. No hesitation there as we go into halftime. Back from the half, the Matadors' Duncan Creed sends the ball down the pool to Peter Hillen, who shoots it into the corner, cutting the deficit down to 4. But these Cougars are just unstoppable. That's Soren Jensen with the cannon. 8-3 Campolindo. This teamwork is great. Alessandria to Garrett Dunn to Hawkins for another goal, and that ends the match 12-7 for the Cougs. Campo staying undefeated in the Diablo Foothill League at 3-0.
Each week, we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, sometimes it can be easy for teenagers to take the wrong path, getting into trouble, then paying the price. What's hard is turning all of that around. Torian King is doing just that. Tennyson High School is in transition. While a beautiful new stadium is being built, the football team has to practice on a dirty, dusty field, getting ready for its next game. Transition is hard. Just ask senior Torian King. Torian spent the past 2 years away from his team, locked up for committing a crime.
Freshman year, I did pretty good, stayed focused, but around sophomore year, I started hanging with the wrong people and got me in some trouble. Went to jail for about 2 years for robbery.
So now Torian is back to work. He's left the old crowd behind, making his team the big influence in his life.
I started playing football again because I like to dream big. I want to play college football, but I want to get off probation so I could get offers and scholarships.
He can play JC ball. He's got good you know, he's athletic. You know, he listens. He applies what's being taught, and he can play. He just needs to make up for lost time, and I think he's willing to do that.
Football was a main reason for Torian's change, but his time away gave him time to think and decide where he really wants to go in his life.
Yeah, my goal now is to try to get back on track as much as I can so I can at least go to like a junior college, play college football or pro football. If I can't make it to the pros, I'm going to keep shooting for my best. But I always dreamed about going to Alabama State, and I still want to go to Alabama, but I got to work really hard for it.
Losing 2 years of learning in school and on the football field is tough to make up, but Torian is working hard, getting good grades, and impressing his teammates on the field.
I'm very proud of him. He's always getting better. When him coming back and coming as a corner, coming as a running back, coming as a receiver, tight end, it's great to see him how he just comes in and does whatever he needs to do in order to play as the team.
It's good, you know, he's being responsible, you know, not just for him, but for his siblings as well that he's taking care of. It just shows that he's really matured.
For Torian, turning his life around is hard. He's made the changes necessary to succeed in the future.
There's actually a couple times that I stayed in my room and prayed that I get back out to my life and be able to play football again because that was my passion. I love football to this day. I still love football very much.
Transition is tough, from a dirt field to a field of dreams, from a hard life to a life of hope.
I think it says a lot about his character, you know, to be, you know, your freedom gone and, you know, the people around you and doing bad things, and to steer yourself out of that as a young man. There's adults that can't do that, and for him to be able to make a conscious effort to make that change for a better way of life, I think it says a lot about, you know, who he really is.
It's possible. Anybody could do anything. Just keep working hard and keep striving. Don't let the things get the best of you, and strive for your goals.
Torian is a talented athlete. He expects to go to junior college next year and work his way to a Division I school. Wants to keep playing football, but he's doing a really good job getting his life back on track.
All about second chances.
Yeah.
Awesome story. One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention tips every week.
Here's Jill Sidibaka with this week's tip.
It's vital to feed your brain properly when you're suffering the effects of a concussion. Most brains use up to 25% of the body's daily caloric intake. This percentage increases dramatically when your brain is injured. Eat food in its purest forms. Eat raw and colorful vegetables and fruits, along with balanced lean proteins frequently. Choose organic when possible. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's a South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Aragon travels to Burlingame.
And back to the hardwood as Prospect takes on Sobrato. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat believe in supporting the awareness of a great cause during Breast Cancer Awareness. We are working fast and furiously to raise as much funds as we can on every sale we make. New cars under $10,000. New Fiat 500 and Jeep Renegade for just $9,999. New Ram 1500 starting at $16,999. So come together and support a cause that has affected many of our families and yours in one way or another. Thank you. Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. You vote online, and the team with the most votes gets to be Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's games received nearly 2,000 votes.
This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week features two of the top teams in the Bay Division. On the peninsula, Aragon undefeated at 6-0, taking on the 4-2 Burlingame Panthers in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week, and Aubrey was there.
The Aragon cheerleaders showing some moves at halftime, and the Dons football team showing their moves early on in this game. Quarterback Carlo Lipicolo heaving it to teammate Savon Brown, and he fights for every single yard. 35 yards total. That brings him down to the 40. 4 plays later, and running back Alec Meredith gets the handoff and looks like he's going to get taken down behind the line. He never touches the ground, rolls over the defender, and runs it all the way to the end zone, and Burlingame strikes first 6-0. The Panthers decide they don't want just 7 points, they want 8. The 2-point conversion is good, and Burlingame takes the 8-0 lead. Second quarter now, same score. Aragon running back Paul Latimi breaks through the middle and takes it 20 yards upfield to get his team down to the 30. Don's QB Gabe Campos now with a quick pass to Donovan Robinson. The defender tries stripping it, but he holds on tight. That catch sets up a 30-yard field goal by Guadalupe Hernandez. The score is now 8-3 with just under 9 minutes to go in the half. After a short Burlingame drive, the Dons are back in striking distance. This time, it's Cameron Grant getting the handoff. Look at that big guy go. Some awesome defense by the Panthers secondary keeps the Dons offense to just a field goal. The 36-yard kick by Hernandez is good. It's 8-6 at the half. Going straight into the fourth, same score, Campos hands it off to Latimi, and watch him weave his way into the end zone. That's a 40-yard touchdown carry, and it gives the Dons the first lead of the night. Latimi's jumping for joy. The 2-point conversion is good, 14-8 Dons. Next up, 4th and long for Burlingame. Quarterback Lipicolo, also the punter. Back for the kick, it's a fake, and he connects with Davon Malashis. That's good enough for a first down. 3.5 left in the game. The Panthers just 1 TD away from tying this up, but in comes Aragon's Davion Cox. Cox with the interception, and that sealed the deal on the Aragon victory. 14-8 was the final in Burlingame. The Dons stay perfect on the season at 7-0. Lautami with the go-ahead TD. He racked up 200 yards. Here they are, fresh off their 7th straight win. They're the undefeated Aragon Dons. With the go-ahead touchdown tonight, our game MVP, Paul. Paul, what did it take to pull off a win tonight?
Well, yeah, we had to have some leaders out here. And shout out to Ian, Gabe, Cam. You know, we just went into the locker room. We didn't have to panic. We knew we were gonna come back and do what we do.
Yeah. Now, Gabe, Coach Sell is in his 18th season. What is it like being playing under him?
It's a blessing, We do everything for him. He's our coach. He's like our leader. We follow what he says, and we do our best to show him what's up.
Yep. Now, Ian, you have 3 games left of the regular season. What is it going to take to make sure you begin playoffs undefeated?
We gotta finish off practices the way we should be. This week of practice, everybody knows we weren't finishing. So I think we showed tonight that we need to practice harder and finish strong.
Huge league win for the Aragon Dons. Guys, take us out.
Brotherhood on me! Brotherhood on 3! 1, 2, 3! Brotherhood!
Senior night on the court for the Sobrato Bulldogs as they get ready to host the Prospect Panthers. We start off with the Panthers. Tegan Moore bumping it to Sienna Segura, who gets it to Emily Adams, and she goes in for the kill. Prospect up 14-13. It's Moore again with a bump to Haley Wyzalewski, who sets it up for Danielle Emile. Emile with the kill, and the Panthers have an 18-15 lead. But the Bulldogs bark back. Taylor Tran finds Haley Jones, setting it up for Haley Keith. The Haley's double teaming to cut the deficit, but the Panthers take the first set. Catherine Brooks passing to Wyzalewski, who sets it to Emile. Danielle sending it to the hardwood, 25-22 Prospect. Second set, Mackenzie Turnipseed with a dig. Jones is there to set it to Jessica Byram, and it's good. Panthers up by 4. Then we have Tran bumping to Jones, who sets it up for Turnipseed. She gets the kill, and it's looking good for the Bulldogs, 16-13. But the Panthers claw their way back to the top. Wyzalewski sets it up for Emile. A trick play there as Prospect takes it 25-23. Third set, Wyzalewski with the setup for Sarah Mapes. She slams it down to take back the lead for the Panthers, 17-16. It was back and forth all night. Brooks bumps it to Segura, setting it up for Emile again with the kill to end the match as Prospect takes it in 3. The Panthers staying undefeated in league all alone in first place. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Kyra Palmbush from Mountain View High School. When Kyra isn't playing volleyball for the Spartans, she goes on mission trips to developing countries where she helps build and refurbish churches. She is also in charge of leading a Bible school for children. Kyra explains why she loves to help those in need.
We are just so blessed in the area we live in, and it's really beautiful to see the joy on the people's faces of who are less fortunate and really appreciate the help we're able to give.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our young people.
So each week they'll present a driving tip to help our teens drive more safely. Here's this week's tip.
Hi, my name is Andre Fatehi. I go to Leland High School, and I'm here for this week's South County Chrysler driving tip. Compared to all other age groups, teens are the last likely to wear safety belts while driving or as a passenger. Safety belt technology has come a long way in recent years with overwhelming evidence wearing safety belts saves lives. Once you get in the habit of buckling up, it becomes second nature and just might save your life.
Coming up to the very tight Bay Valley League for Antioch and Liberty. And Lynbrook battles Los Altos on the hardwood as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Bay Valley League is incredibly competitive this year. Every team in the league with an impressive record coming into this third week of league play.
Yeah, and two of those top teams, Antioch and Liberty, meeting this week. Antioch with outstanding junior quarterback Willem Carthong. They were 5-1 coming into this game. Liberty was 6-1 with quarterback Ryan Dutton leading his team to the field Friday night. The Liberty 12th man showing their support for tonight's game, and 5 minutes into the game, it's William Carthong taking the snap and scrambling around to find the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Panthers miss the PAT 6-0. Fast forward to the second, Ryan Dutt steps back and throws to the end zone where Zane Hinojosa brings it in, and the Lions are on the board. We're tied at 6-all. A few drives later, the Lions will take the ball into the red zone. Terrell Stuggs-Kofer takes the handoff and leaps over the line, and Liberty takes a 14-6 lead. Counting down the final minutes of the half, now the Lions trying to tack on more, but in comes Garrett Robinson for the Antioch sack. Very next play, the Lions make another attempt, but once again it's good Antioch D. Robinson coming in for the stop as the clock expires to end the half. Third quarter now and more Antioch D. Here is Mark DeJuan Butler swats this one, and coming in for the pick is Tommy Jenkins. Great defense all night by both squads. With the clock winding down now, the Lions forced to punt on 3 and out, but the punt is muffed and recovered by Trevor Tyson. A huge break for the Liberty Lions. Start of the fourth, still 14-6 off the direct snap. It's the reverse to Zane Hinojosa, and Zane takes this one along the sidelines and rolls inside the 10-yard line. Very next play, Dutt hands it off on the sweep to Sione Vaki. He jukes out the defender and across the goal line for 6 as this game ends with the Liberty Lions taking it to stay undefeated in league. 23-6 was the final. Dutt and Sturgis-Kofer with big games for the Lions.
We head to the court as the Los Altos Eagles get ready to host the Lynbrook Vikings. First set went back and forth. Lynbrook ahead early as Amy Steinmetz bumps, Shannon Quo sets, and Sarah Mandick kills. The Eagles answer right back, though, as Katie Kishton gives it to Nicole Baxley. She sets it high, and coming in for the kill is Jackie Wong. Los Altos up 12-11. But the Vikings stay on their toes as Madeline Shao passes to Quo, and she dumps it over the net. A sneaky play there. Lynbrook takes set 1, 26-24. The Eagles come out hot in the second with a 5-point lead. Baxley sets up Christian. In the corner, she smacks it, and that one isn't coming back. But here come the Vikings. Amy Steinmetz digs the ball. She receives it from Quo and hits it from deep. It's coming back over the net, and finishing it off is Sophie Lynn. It's 10-9 Lynbrook. The Vikings step on the gas. Angela Steinmetz bumps it to Quo. She sets it, and flying in for the huge kill is Amy Steinmetz. Lynbrook takes set 2, 25-19. Los Altos stays strong after 2 close sets. They grab the lead in the third, and Caitlin Wong gets the ace, making her team do a little dance. But Lynbrook ends the match as Angela Steinmetz bumps it to Quo, who sets it to Amy Steinmetz, and she hammers it down. The Vikings get the sweep, extending their winning streak to 7, and are only 2 games out of first in the Santa Clara Valley De Anza League.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who do the dirty work for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is San Ramon Valley's Bo Garrett, who tips the pass, allowing Jake Burton to gobble it up on the interception, and Burton takes it all the way in for the touchdown. It's the San Ramon Valley defense doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on both Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game as Clayton Valley takes on Acalanes.
And later, it's Skyline and McClymans as our 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Bank on it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bank on it! We at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat believe in supporting the awareness of a great cause during Breast Cancer Awareness. We are working fast and furiously to raise as much funds as we can on every sale we make. New cars under $10,000. New Fiat 500 and Jeep Renegade for just $9,999. New Ram 1500 starting at $16,999. So come together and support a cause that has affected many of our families and yours in one way or another. Thank you. Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
Our second block construction blockbuster game this week features the undefeated Acalanes Dons with a perfect 6-0 record.
But the Dons haven't faced anyone like Clayton Valley this season. The Ugly Eagles are defending league champs and very strong again this year. 2 outstanding teams meeting in our second block construction blockbuster game. Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Tonight's game features 2 high-powered offenses for Acalanes. You can look for them to throw the ball quite a bit. They have senior quarterback number 11, Robbie Wowell, who has thrown for 1,400 yards for the 6-0 Dons this year. For Clayton Valley, look for them to run the ball. They have 2,000 yards rushing as a team. Number 15, Tom Alatini, with 740 yards on his own. So a high-powered passing attack against a big-time running game from Clayton Valley in tonight's block construction blockbuster game. A big crowd at Acalanes to cheer on their undefeated Dons. First quarter, and here's the guy we just talked about, Thomas Alatini, busting through the line and racing 54 yards for the Ugly Eagles in a 7-0 lead. But right back come the Dons. Senior quarterback Robbie Rowell fires over the middle to Nick Price, who makes the catch and is down at the 40-yard line. Later on in the same drive, Rowell, an outstanding quarterback for the Dons, buying some time, then firing into the end zone, and the Price is right. Nick Price with the score, and we're tied at 7. Late first quarter, and here comes Clayton Valley. This is James Teofilo running with determination to the end zone, but he is tackled just short of the end zone, and that was a big deal because on the next play, the ball is fumbled, and the Dons are there to pounce on it. Still 7-all. Second quarter now, Clayton Valley driving, and a rare pass here by the Uggs as Kenny Gardner Jr. fires to a wide-open Andre Jerome White Jr., and Clayton Valley leads it 14-7. Back comes Acalanes. Rowell back to throw, but decides to run instead. That was a good idea as Robbie picks up a big first down. And then from the 8-yard line, it's Rowell to Tommy Thrasher, my new favorite name, and we're tied at 14-all. Tommy Thrasher. 3 minutes to play in the half, and Gardner fakes the toss and takes it into the pile. Gardner somehow breaking free. Jukes the tackle, and he is gone. 30 yards, 21-14 Clayton Valley at the half. Third quarter, here comes Teofilo again, the 8-ball rolling through the defense. He's fast, 53 yards, and Clayton Valley is up 28-14. But the Dons come back again. Rowell looking, still looking. Brian Merkin says, throw it to me. He throws it to Merkin. Merkin gets his feet down for a big first down. Then Rowell play action, and Robbie tosses over the middle to Aiden McNamara, who saunters in, and the lead is just 7. But Clayton Valley goes on a 22-play, 11-minute drive capped by this Alatini run, and it's 35-21 Ugly Eagles. Acalanes driving and in the red zone, but the pass is deflected and intercepted by Gabriel Dobbins, one of the very best defensive backs in the Bay, and Clayton Valley hangs on to win a tough one. 35-21, Teofili says this is what happens when two great teams meet on a Friday night.
Playing against a great team, you know, when great teams come together, it's a great match. Obviously, we've got 2 touchdowns up on them. We prepared for them a lot, and that was the outcome. Preparation.
It's senior night at Half Moon Bay. That's a Cougars quarterback, Gavin Tomberlin, one of 21 seniors. We start off with strong bear action. QB Miles Conrad hands it off to Noah Nagalu, who runs all over the defense before finally going down after a 30-yard run. But the Cougars would get on the board first. Troy Franklin with a 20-yard field goal, and it's 3-0 to end the first. Into the second, and Half Moon Bay is on the attack. QB Gavin Tomberlin finds Chase Hoffman, who slides through the defense, staying on his feet for the first TD of the night, 9-0 Cougs. It doesn't end there. Tomberlin looking to get the ball into the end zone. He decides to take matters into his own hands. Check out this stiff arm. The 2-point conversion is a success. It's 11-0 Cougs. Menlo Atherton has a response, though. Spencer Corona to the rescue with a 30-yard field goal, and it's good for the Bears' first points of the night, trailing by 8 into the half. Back from the half, we have more Cougar action. Tomberlin handed it off to Hoffman, who weasels his way in there. It's 21-3. Minutes left in the third, and the Bears are not backing down. Conrad throws a deep one to Corona. Miles not letting the defense bring him down, and he drives it into the end zone for the touchdown. But the Cougars stay ahead as Tomberlin hands it off to none other than Hoffman, who sneaks his way home to bring the Cougars up 28-10, and that was the final. The Half Moon Bay Cougars stay undefeated on the season. They got a big league game against Aragon next week, who are also undefeated.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week, we honor Andrew Hill quarterback James Bankston with a 3.4 GPA this semester, and even greater news, the entire Andrew Hill football team has been eligible all season long.
Good for them. The Scholar Athlete Award is brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates 2017 alumnus Aditya Jar, who was named to the 2017 National Student Congress as a member of the Senate, based on his performance at the National Speech and Debate Association's National Tournament in Birmingham, Alabama. Dar was also the Senate Leadership Bowl winner. At Harker Preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's tip.
To help make your audio levels consistent, the Adobe Creative Cloud has a very helpful tool. Highlight the clips where there are uneven audio levels, then right-click to bring up the dialog box where you can adjust audio gain. Click the option to normalize all peaks too. I like my levels to peak at -12. Hit OK, and your audio levels are adjusted so all the loudest sounds peak at -12. Another way the Adobe Creative Cloud makes editing fast and easy. Coming up to the Oakland League we go for McClymonds and Skyline.
And Acalanes battles Campolindo on the hardwood next.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium, and the McClymonds Warriors continue to be impressive this season, undefeated at 6-0.
The Warriors taking on league rival Skyline at MAC Friday night.
These Skyline Titans getting fired up as they take on McClymonds Friday night. McClymonds threatening early in the first. Give it to Jamar Julian Jr. Triple J gets the wheels going, sprinting past defenders and dragging another one for the TD. 7-0 Warriors. Skyline looking to answer, but Dwayne Washington and Samaj Sims gets to the quarterback for the big-time sack. The Titans still driving after the sack. Nesame Colvin connects with Joshua Hanonu for a nice gain, but Skyline wouldn't score. Still 7-0 Mac in the second, and Amaria Fountain takes the option, and there he goes. 28 yards to the house, 14-0 Warriors. Skyline still battling, but Monte Smith jumps the route for the interception, and the junior is off to the races. A 41-yard TD return for Smith to extend the lead to 21. McClymonds looking to add on. Give it to Triple J, and he's going to make that TD run look easy. 28-0 Warriors. The Warriors within striking distance again, and this time Fountain finds Angelo Edgerly on the pass, and the senior powers in for the MAC touchdown. Now 43-0 Warriors, and Fountain heaves one deep down the field to an open Charles Alberti and walks in for 6 as McClymonds takes the 55-0 lead at the half. And much of the same in the second. That's Gary Alexander Jr. with the easy score as McClymonds cruises to a big win over Skyline.
The Acalanes Dons happy to be taking on league rival Campolindo early on. The Dons looking good as Kaylee McVeigh gets it to Lane Webster with a terrific back set to Grace Higgins, who crushes it, and we're tied early set 1. Later same set, Campo's Vanessa Vaisnor sends it to Audrey Pack to Tara Murray, who angles it past the block. Nicely done. Cougars take the lead. Little give and go here. It's Paige Johnson to Pack and back to Johnson for a big-time rip. Late in the first now, and look at the hustle by the Dons. McVeigh, who gets it up, allowing Webster with a one-arm dig, and Higgins sends it over, but the Cougars go Sarah Carrasco to Pack to Sophia Newman with the kill, and the Cougs take the first. To the second, and Campo stays in charge. Carrasco to Pack, outside to Johnson, who goes cross-court. More Cougars as Vanessa Vaisnor sends it to Pack with a huge back set to Johnson with a big-time rip, and the Cougars win the second. To the third, and Acalanes is looking to get back in this thing. Elsa Cleaver to Maddie Khalil, over to the sensational sophomore Lane Webster. Again, Acalanes hitting the floor. Maddie Risch to Webster with a diving dig, allowing Sarah Westergren to send it over. And then the Dons' Samantha Darren puts up the block at the net, and the Dons working hard for that point. But the Cougars take the third and the match as Sophia Newman gets the block. Hello, Newman. And Campo goes to 6-0 in league. Johnson talking about what the win means for her team.
Well, it means a lot because this is like our last time playing Acalanes ever as seniors, so it really meant a lot to the seniors, and I think everyone put in a nice effort. I think that it'll help us work on our defense, and we like kind of figured out like what we need to work on and like what we can improve on, but we also like learned some of our strengths, so it was good.
The Willow Glen girls water polo team is having a fine season.
The Rams meeting up with 99.7 Now Strawberry to talk about it at the Rica Center earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rica Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. How to get these girls out of the water and onto some dry land. Let me introduce you to the water polo team of Willow Glen High School. They're humble like Kendrick Lamar, but let's do some bragging, all right? Rona, you said this season's going pretty well for you, better than you even expected, right?
That's true. Our team's pretty new. We haven't played together too much, so we've done well.
And you're a senior, but there's a lot of underclassmen here, right? You're showing them the routes?
Yeah, me and our captain, Ailish, we're the two seniors on the team.
Awesome. Let's talk to Ailish right now. You guys had a long road trip to Clovis. Luckily, that tournament turned out pretty well, right?
Yeah, it was really good. We were able to bond a lot as a team, and we were also able to just learn our strengths and weaknesses and really learn how to play together.
I like that you brought up the strengths, because one of their strengths is hiding over here in the corner. Sophomore goalkeeper. This is Grace. You're one of the secrets to the success. Spread the love. Who else is really strong on this Rams team?
Rona has stellar defense. Caitlin is our sprinter. She's super fast. Lauren, Amanda, and Leah are like the spirit of the team. They keep us going when things get tough, so that's really nice.
And it's a pretty good coach you got too, right?
Of course.
Hey,
Cody
Coach.
Sampson.
All right, well, good luck on the rest of your season. I know it's wrapping up. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now, every night starting at 7. These are the Rams of Willow Glen, the water polo girls. Take us out of here.
Rams on 3, Rams on 3, 1, 2, 3, Rams! DG presents the Be Happy play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy play comes from the Menlo Knights. The Knights trail 3-2. Grace King with the kill for the 25th point. Menlo forces a set 5 and goes on to win the match to stay undefeated in league. They look pretty happy to me. Go to dgdg.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Andrew Havili, and today's training tip is a kettlebell inverted bench press. Katie's going to start with the kettlebell upside down, straight arm. So now she has to make sure her shoulder is stable. If she moves at all, this kettlebell is going to fall. Let's go ahead and go 5 reps. So it has to be very stable. It's a very good shoulder stability exercise. If you want to progress it, Katie can actually move half off the bench and do the same exact thing. Now it incorporates more core.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi's Stadium.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with Campolindo's John Torchio breaking tackles, the quarterback just torching defenses this year. John Torchio, a great play there. We're going to spend a little time with Leah Thompson from Valley Christian in the pool. She just never says die on this one. 2 different shots get blocked. Finally, she fights for the ball and backhands it in. A terrific play by Leah. Sean Fitzgerald with Half Moon Bay. Look at him leap way into the air for a leaping interception. What a great catch there for the undefeated Cougars. Antioch's Tommy Jenkins Jr. playing some fine defense of his own. Look at him off the deflection, gets the interception. But the play of the week goes to Clayton Valley's Kenny Gardner Jr. Look at the touchdown run here. He looks like he stopped at the line, jukes a tackle and takes it all the way in. KJ from Clayton Valley, where are you? There you are with this week's Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week for the story of the Wilcox football player and how the game changed the course of his life. We'll see you then.